Hello and welcome to Chantal's live Facebook feed. I like to pretend that I'm on a radio station. How would I talk? What would I talk about? So, um, if you're new here, I'm gonna attempt to only ramble for up to 10 minutes and then I put on a song that I have already chosen. And this one is Jane Feel It. And I chose this song because, okay. I chose this song because um, I am in intense pain in certain parts of my body. Uh, those parts include, but are not limited to, my hamstrings, the back of my legs, those muscles, and my lower back, and like my butt. Uh, uh, and there's a whole lot of muscles there in my bum. And my shoulders and my abs are pretty much non-existent. They're there. They're there. That sounded like I said there, there, I'm there. There, there. Ah, no. There, there, I'm there. But I'm saying they are there. They are there. Um, yeah, I had a baby. I carried a baby and some water and a placenta for just over 9 months, and it was a delight and it was a pleasure. Uh, uh, my body, um, I didn't recover. I haven't recovered. I'm not gonna put blame on anyone, not even myself. Um, what's going on though is so when I'm stretching, like I always tend to start at my hamstrings, but when I'm stretching underneath my legs, the back of my legs, and with intention to stretch up into my bum, and they're not just the muscles, but it's the fascia. It's like it's also that part that is tied to the muscle to the bone, and the fascia feels like it's a lump. It's lumped up, or it's calcified. Actually, it's funny because I've been practicing singing too. If you want to decolonize health, there's a prescription out there for a specific song that was prescribed by an osteopath, and I'm gonna do that with a lot of intention, and I'm gonna do that daily because that's not like intense working out daily would be unfeasible for me, especially as a woman with a cycle, where my premenstrual cycle, the energy gets drained and put into another place. Um, but where am I going here? Oh, okay. So now I'm sitting and I'm attempting to feel that stretch, and for numerous years now, even though this numerous meaning 2, 3 ish years, even the slightest pulling makes me tremble, like it's that tight, like and um, it hurts. Uh, Pulling, now I'm pushing harder, right? And now pulling, pushing, that feeling I'm feeling. It's almost like I can visualize what it looks like in my body. I can feel it so clearly. And then sometimes I get images flashing in front of my eyes, and I remember about meditation and letting those things pass through me. And I think it's like Tinder. You swipe left or right. So I'm swiping no every time. I'm swiping no to certain images that are kind of traumatic that are coming up. But at some point, when I keep going, I start to cry in a really deep, deep way. And I've been able to like not stay stuck in that, which, as someone who's lived with depression, I was stuck in that mode for I don't know, maybe a year straight of like, I'm not gonna go into it. I got out of it. And so I'm being very mindful not to stay in one thought pattern for too long. But anyway, I'm having a lot of difficulty getting past certain parts. And I know it's not just because I'm like an old person. It's not just because I'm aging and my body's shifting, although that has something to do with the time it takes to come back, but like yeah, so I'm looking for somebody who's willing to be I'm just gonna breathe. And now I'm just I'm sitting comfortable on the tip of my toes. My bum is in my heels, and my knees are outwards. If that makes sense, I'm like kind of like sitting on the tip of my toes like a little bird, and it takes a lot of balance to do that. And it's comfortable like that. And then I can move around and I can feel stretches in certain places. And I'm thinking of this feeling that I want to share in regards to what's that feeling? Oh, I'll just move again like that. Oh yeah. Did you ever think about like I think now there's a certain privilege in being able to be like in a forested area or in nature. Like I don't know if privilege is the right word, but it's like, so if you're gonna be out there, do you know that when you're walking on the soil and you're walking on the land, like do you have any idea how good that is for your body? For your feet to not be walking on flat, you know? Don't get me started on that connection between the fabric that's in between the sole of your foot, who's reaching straight to the earth, and what's on the earth there behind you, as someone who's like in a city, living in a city right now. And like the sidewalks, uh, do you consider the fact that the sidewalks go up and down and up and down and they lean slightly in a certain way? Do you consider that like when you're in a forest, your body gets to move up and down so much more? Especially anyway, when there's trees and bushes around. Whew, I feel a lot better now. Um, yeah, so I'm looking for a body double to like come with me into a space of um I was thinking acro yoga would be super fun. Like it'd be so awkward and fun. Um uh but I'm also like just open to like probably the gym. I'm also open to stretching and stuff. The thing, I don't know if you've ever heard the term body doubling, but body doubling in the neurodivergent space, the language around that is like, I can actually look it up right now. Body doubling. Body. Whoops, I wrote the wrong thing. Body doubling is a productivity strategy where another person's physical or virtual presence helps you stay focused on a task. Uh, a body double works quietly alongside you, and their presence provides a gentle reminder to stay on track, which is especially helpful for people with ADHD. Uh, the benefits include increased focus, motivation, reduced procrastination, and through it can be used by anyone to complete chores, work, or study. So anyway, uh, I know that. uh, do I say it? Is this a pebble or is this a stone? Do I say this? I didn't have the nicest mom, okay? And one of the things she used to say was like, it was especially hard to raise me and in a really teasing, mean voice because I had ADHD and like pushing and prying, like, did you know you had ADHD? Blah, 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 blah. So, but the times have changed, right? My mom's dead now. And so part of me knows in my teachings, like she saw when we die, we see how we hurt others, and we get to actually like experience that lived emotion. Like you get to go down that path of how that affected that person long term. And I think it goes by really fast, but it's still a really hard emotion to have to see. So when people pass, sometimes it's easier to just like, oh, like now they know. That's one way to find peace and forgiveness. Like now they know how it made me feel, um, and how it affected me. And she passed away from a stroke complications. She was semiplegic. I call her my biological mom. It's a lot easier for me to call her that. So, but I lived with her for 16 years. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going there. Um, and then I was gone, and then I reconnected with her, and didn't take long for the bad parts to come up again. And it was I'm a person who likes to communicate, to move through things. So if you don't communicate, it can stay in your body, or it's just like, maybe I don't want to go down this path. And if we're not going to talk about it, then like, how do I know where we're going? You know, when we're together. Especially if like I don't like this and you're not going to let me tell you that I don't like this. Or you're going to be really mean if I tell you. I don't know. Uh, I hope it's not been more than 10 minutes. Let's do a time check. Ooh, 11, 12 minutes. I did pretty good. So here's Jane. You got to feel it. Enjoy. And then I'm gonna do some stretching. I'm probably gonna cry. But I'm gonna drink some water. And remember to be super kind to myself while I go through this healing. But I'm praying for body help body doubles who are consistent, who have the time, who can like put this into the schedule, the route, and have it be a routine. Because it would really, really help, and I really, really appreciate it.